What I have found so many entrepreneurs doing is jumping from one tactic to another with no clear plan. And so they may download several PDFs about how to get my clients fast or how to build your business quickly, or they jump online and watch a couple of video tutorials, or maybe they take a couple of courses, and yet it seems like they're trying to put all these things together, but they're putting all these puzzle pieces together, and at the end they don't have the puzzle in place. They're missing some key pieces of that puzzle. It's like you're trying to duct tape your business together. And that happens because what might be working for someone else may not necessarily apply to your business. Certain tactics. There are tried and true principles of success and of building a business that will work. It's like a recipe. And there are certain strategies or processes to follow that will help you build a successful business. But it's like building a house. You cannot do it without a blueprint. So you have to have a clear plan in place. You have to have a strategy so that you know what action to take next that's actually going to help start building momentum in your business. That's actually going to start bringing money into your business, because let's face it, we want to have a profitable business. Well, in order to have a profitable business, you have to know, A, where do you want to be in a year from now? Where do you want to be in 5 years, 3 years, and a year from now? And B, what are your steps that are going to get you there? And then we chunk it down from there. We back it up into quarterly goals. We back it up into monthly goals. We back it up into weekly goals. And this is the stuff that people don't want to talk about, because it's like, I have to get into the goals and the numbers and the money. I'm creative. I just want to go over here and do this. I'm going to post on social media. And that's great. We have to do that because that's part of our visibility. But which social media platform do you know? Do you know which one's actually going to give you the biggest ROI, meaning return on either your time, energy, or money, your resources? Because if Instagram isn't where your people are hanging out, then you don't want to waste your time over there. If your people are hanging out on LinkedIn or Twitter, that's where you need to be showing up. But how do you know that? How do you know that? You're not going to know that unless you truly understand your audience, A, unless you truly understand what they're likely to engage with, what kind of content, meaning you have to understand, what are they searching for? What are they searching for online? And this is far more than knowing the demographics of your audience. This is far more than just thinking, okay, my audience are female entrepreneurs ages 35 to 55. Let's get more detailed about that. Female entrepreneurs, how long have they been in business? Are they struggling, or do they have a rock solid business? Are they looking to scale their business? Are they at 100,000 a year? Are they at $1 million a year? Like, we have to get much more detailed. Are they single women? Are they single moms? Are they busy raising a family and doing this business as a side hustle? Like, we have to get far more detailed with understanding our audience. The more we can get detailed in understanding our audience and truly dialing into that, it becomes so much easier to know where we need to be showing up online. It becomes much easier to start to create our content to connect with that audience. And in that, it allows us to then start creating or showcasing our value and creating our offer. What is the thing that we have to offer people for why they would want to work with us? How are we going to get that sale? That all comes from truly having that structure in place in your business. Because when you know where you're going, it makes it much easier to set up the plans and the process and how to get there. But you have to know your audience. You have to get into the details of them. You have to know what your value is that you can bring to the table. And then you have to create the messaging around that. It's going to be in the content that you put out, whether it's on your website, whether it's in the social media posts, whether it's in a video, whether it's in a training, whether it's at a networking event, whether it's on Clubhouse, doesn't matter. It's all still content, and it's all part of your messaging. And that is so important to help you to then start to create a plan of action that's going to get you the desired results that you want in your business. But when you don't have a clear understanding of where you're going and what's going to get you there, then it's very hard to start to create the steps necessary that are going to actually keep you on track, keep you on task, keep you focused so that you can build that momentum in your business and get it into profit. Building a business, truthfully, is not difficult. It's not effortless. It takes effort, but it's like following a recipe. And once you have that recipe locked in, once you know what numbers are working for you, once you know where your audience is, once you get the messaging that lands with that audience, then it's rinse and repeat. Then it becomes much easier. But you have to have the process in place, and you have to have a solid foundation with a structure that's going to allow you then to start to truly, in a sense, automate your business. And it doesn't mean automate your business like we're putting everything on autopilot with like automated webinars and such. It means that we have things so fine-tuned that we don't have to constantly feel like we're reinventing the wheel. We know what works, we know where to spend our energy, and we know where to dial up things that are working. And just as important, we can take a look at things and go, oh my gosh, this isn't working. Why isn't it working? Maybe I need to do a quick course correct. But we don't want to waste our time and spend 3 months doing something if it's not working. So we have to understand our numbers. We have to be willing to take a look at those and then make the adjustments that might be necessary in order for us to truly start moving the needle forward in our business and starting to see some progress. And with that progress, of course, the profit. Because the faster we can get into profit in our business, the more we get that win, the more we boost our confidence, we boost our ability and our belief in the fact that we are able to do this. And it makes it much easier then to start taking consistent action. And with that action comes clarity. That clarity then helps us to understand where we need to spend our energy. It also, once we do this and we truly have a structure and a process that we're following, it makes it much easier to then start bringing on someone to help us. Then we can bring on the virtual assistants where we can say, hey, we need to post 3 times a week on this platform, and this is how I've been doing it. I'd like you to now do it, but it's much easier to show them because we've already done it. We've figured out what's worked, and then we can start handing it off to someone else. Why? So that we can go and focus on the things that we are best at, the money-making activities for us. If you are an entrepreneur, you have to remember that you are the CEO of your business and you have to treat it as a bona fide business. If you want to create a thriving, sustainable, profitable business, you have to treat it as a bona fide business, not a side hobby, not if you want to build a successful business. And you have to show up as the leader, not just for a team that may not even be there yet. But what if you want to build a team in the future? It starts by showing up as a leader for your own self. And a leader in a business, if you think about any CEO of any business, I can guarantee they are not sitting back, watching a bunch of tutorials, downloading all these courses and jumping from one thing to another. They're following 1 or 2 strategies and tactics that are driving the momentum in their business. They're making the adjustments quickly. They're not waiting for 3-6 months. They're making them quickly so they can make a decision. Oh, this is the thing I need to lean into more. And then they become consistent with it. Or, oh, this is the thing I need to make some adjustments to. Let me tweak it a bit and see what I need to do. But that comes when you are totally clear on where you're going in your business. You've got a clear intention and you chunk it down into bite-sized, digestible pieces so you can actually build that business. It is absolutely possible. It is absolutely possible for anyone who has a desire to build a business to actually do so. And it is far easier now with the reach that we have on the internet. It's noisy. The internet is very noisy. There's a lot of people coming online. But that just means that you have to really get dialed in on your game. What's your value? What do you have to bring to the table? And how are you going to actually connect with that audience? When you can get that dialed in, that's your sweet spot. And when you actually are able to connect with that audience and you're able to convert that audience to become clients and customers of yours, boom, it's a game changer for your business. You rinse and repeat it, you stay consistent with it, and you will 100%, you will absolutely build a profitable business, a lifestyle business, one that gives you the freedom and the flexibility in your schedule. But you do not get that freedom in your business until you have the structure, or in your life until you have the structure in your business. the more structure you have in the business, the more freedom you absolutely will enjoy in your life. That's how you build a profitable business.